Hey adventurers, I am getting ready to take off on another exciting adventure, and this time I will be flying. So there are some differences between when you fly and when you drive, including things like how you pack your bags. Now whenever you're traveling in a car, you cram everything in strategically so it's all placed and you have like 1,000,005 things, but you have access to all of them at all times just by pulling over. With a plane it's not the same. Each airline is a little bit different on their criteria. However, most of them will allow you one carry-on item and one personal item when you're getting onto the plane. Your carry-on item has to be within a certain size guidelines, which can be found online, but it also must be able to comfortably be lifted above you into the overhead bin. That qualifies it as a carry-on item. Your personal item has a little bit more flexibility. It just has to fit in a bin that goes below the seat, and you can find those measurements online as well. Depending on the airline, most of them are about the same, but there are a few that are a little different. I personally like to take a small backpack or small purse with me because I can comfortably maneuver things around in it and make sure everything is good, no problem. Now I do encourage you to definitely watch my video about TSA guidelines. The reason why is because I pack all of my TSA approved liquids into this bag. Main reason why is because I like to have that easy access to them. It just makes my life so much easier because I do not want to get pulled aside at a TSA checkpoint at any point in time. But it also cuts down on any confusion whenever I have things in my bag. I can easily pull things out, move them around. Because they are in a bag, I use a zipper bag. It just works great. I always keep my basic maintenance items such as my brush and my deodorant in there. Whenever you're on a flight, especially a longer flight, sometimes you just want to freshen up when you hit the ground before you get out and go. And especially if you're going someplace on business or things like that, you always want to make sure that you present yourself in the most amazing way possible when you get off the flight. So I always take those things and make sure they're right there accessible. Now, I don't necessarily like to take a whole bunch of makeup in this bag for a lot of different reasons. I usually pack that in my carry-on. But I do always make sure that I have chapstick or lip gloss just because it's the one thing that everybody seems to always need. I always take gum with me. Gum serves a couple different purposes. For one, you can chew it just for recreation. For the other, whenever the pressure changes in the cabin, a lot of times it'll create pressure on your ears and sometimes it'll make your ears pop. If you are chewing gum, that stops that, and so it makes your flight a lot more comfortable when you're taking off and landing and dropping and going up and things like that in your altitudes really quickly. It's just one of those things that I've learned along the way, and it just makes life a lot easier. I also like to take like acetaminophen or ibuprofen or Advil or something with me. Depending on the heat outdoors, sometimes sitting on the runway can be absolutely exhausting, especially if you're there for a long time. If you're dealing with a lot of people, there's a lot of loudness around you, or sometimes if you just don't feel good, it's nice to have that accessible in your bag so that you can just make sure that your headache goes away instead of flying and being miserable. Now, whenever you do take any kind of pills, always keep them in their original bottle. If you do not, and you have floating pills or just like pills in a little baggie, you're not making it through TSA with those. Those are going straight into the trash, and you might even get pulled into the little room. So just make sure that the label is on the bottle and it is what it says it is. I always keep a contact case with me just in case. In my fluids bag, I also keep my eye drops, so it's kind of like a partnership there. Of course, people who don't have contacts aren't going to need that, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. I keep my charger with me, so I like to keep all of my electronic devices in my personal item that stays on my person. So if I have my iPad, my cell phone, or even my laptop, it's gonna stay with me wherever I go. I'm not trying to put that under the plane or in a place that's accessible to other people. So I always make sure I also have chargers for those. I also keep my wallet with me. My wallet is going to be a scaled down version of my wallet though. I'm not going to carry every piece of personal information I have in it. That would just not be very responsible. So instead, I pick the things that I absolutely need and I put them into my wallet as well as my ticket so that I can get to it really fast whenever I have to check my ticket in and things like that. It just makes life so much easier if you can just grab this, pull it out, and go. Also, I like to keep a little tiny bit of emergency cash, no more than $50 ever. I never encourage people to travel with stacks of cash. The reason why is obvious. You do not want to make yourself a target, and unfortunately, especially in tourist areas, people just sometimes aren't great and they will try to look for things like that. So don't make yourself a victim. Always be responsible. Carry $50 or less. Last but not least, I like to carry two items that kind of go hand in hand. I like my headphones. And I like my earbuds, which I have actually kept in a sunglasses case with the sunglasses for dual purpose. They don't get tangled up this way. The reason why I like to have both is because I like to have my headphones because they cancel out a little bit more noise. But having my earbuds is sometimes essential depending on where I am and what's going on. Sometimes you can't have a bulky headphone on. If I'm walking through the airport, I'd rather have one earbud in and one out so I can still hear what's going on around me. When I'm on the flight itself, these just happen to be a little bit more comfortable for especially longer flights when I'm tired. So those are things that are all in this bag. Now the bag isn't filled to capacity, and there's a reason for that as well. I have flexibility in this bag just in case whenever I go to check my big bag, it is overweight. So if I'm over by 3 pounds, I have enough space in my small bag to be able to accommodate at least 3 pounds of stuff. So that is why you don't want to overpack your personal item. You always want to have a backup plan every time that you go to the airport. Super important. So as people have asked me what's in my personal bag, I hope this helped you out a little bit. I hope that you can customize your personal item bag to help you meet all of your needs. Remember, electronics should always be nearby so that you can access them and so other people cannot. Emergency cash should be kept to a minimum. Take something to freshen up with, and make sure that you hit those TSA guidelines by putting those little baggies in this bag instead of some other bag, so you're not digging around looking crazy and stalling the line, because nobody likes a line staller. But anyway, until next time guys, I'll see you guys later.